Hello and welcome to the Observe Constellations channel. I am VR Sampath, retired IPS, aka Sampath Ramanujan MFA. For more details, click the link below. Please subscribe and click the bell icon. Thank you. Let's get into the topic for the day. Astro Talk-3. Most days in our lives are dull, boring, and routine bound. Weeks, months, and years pass like this. One odd thing happens once in a while, causing a mild flutter, and falls back into the same old pattern again. Once again, days, months, and years pass by. Our life is a blank paper. It remains by and large blank throughout our lives, except a few lines here and there. Another example, our life is a book consisting mostly of blank pages. Only a few indistinct lines are printed here and there, but it is blank and nothing page after page. The irony is, at the end of the book, there is an announcement that part 2 of the book will be published shortly, and that is going to be interesting. Meaning, our afterlife is going to be good. For all the labor and boredom we suffer today, we will be compensated in the next life. Our memory plays a trick here. It connects the few so-called happy or interesting events, completely ignoring the uni which slowly kills us. We still refuse to quit and want an extended life or next life. It is the survival instinct at work. It's also the expectation that the future life will be better than this one. It will fulfill all our desires and contain what all we missed in this life. Faith comes from this place. How do you explain this phenomenon? How to enjoy the present life without postponing to the unknown and uncertain future, and without spending millions of man-hours either doing nothing or going through the dull, unproductive and absurd life. It's only because when we are young, we walk unwittingly into the trap laid by our thoughts, the society and the culture, and the overarching urge for safety and security, which makes you walk into the prison cell and click the handcuffs into the locking position. Added to this misery is our sole reliance on two impostors called logic and reason. They do more harm than good in many vital life issues. Astrology has some answers. Let us see how. Astrology is a branch of the science of astronomy. In fact, it is applied astronomy. What's the point in knowing the positions of stars and planets if you are not going to apply this knowledge to your life and see how it affects you? There are methods to do this. When a baby is born, an horoscope of the baby is also born. The coordinates of the name of the baby, the day, time, and place of birth nail it. The positions of sun, moon, and other planets are pinned to the coordinates. While sun gives life to the baby, it is the moon which rules the body and mind. It is the moon which controls thoughts and actions. This it does with its own energy and the energy it gleans from other stars and planets. For instance, the energies from Jupiter almost never reach you directly. When the moon absorbs it and funnels it to you, you get the effects. All these forces are then funneled through two nodes of the moon, northern and southern, which in Vedic astrology are called Rahu and Ketu respectively. Along with the date, day, time and place of birth, there are three more vital factors, in fact 5, Tithi, Yogam, Karanam, along with the day and the star. But these three are nothing but various distances of the moon from the sun. When the distance is 0, we call it a new moon. When they are the farthest, we call it a full moon. Karanam occurs when they are about 6.5 degrees apart. So these angles and apertures of moon affect our lives. The zodiac and planetary positions are like bullet points. The details are in the 7 factors of 2 nodes and 5 of the Panchanga. So far, humanity has been talking mainly about the bullet points, the zodiac, the planets and their movements, etc. Predictive astrology has been in its infancy so far, but it has matured with a new emphasis on these 7 factors. The next stage in astrology astrological evolution came with the discovery of constellations through which the planets move. The moving planets by themselves exhibit limited aspects of life. It is in the constellations the secrets lie. A much broader scope is revealed by the stars. The moving planets exhibit the properties of the constellations through which they move, more than their own properties. But only in the last decade, or even less, the power of the 7 factors mentioned were unraveled by the astro scientists or astrological scientists. These factors are called panchanga and were in vogue for millennia but were used only in a limited way. Until the new generation of astrologers came along with their intense research and applications, they found astounding aspects of predictive astrology to strategic, tactical, macro and micro levels of everyday living. The methods are scientific, universal and not confined to cultures. All you need are the accurate coordinates of birth. This means you can reduce randomness in your life, reduce boredom, nearly get what you want, and live a fulfilled life, not having the necessity of postponing or looking forward to next life. Take the example of the blank paper of life we talked about in the beginning. The blankness comes from the inactivated aspects of the 3 out of the 7 factors we discussed, the Tithi, Yogam and Karma. What is luck? Luck is when all these 3 factors get activated and working. You are unconscious of their working. The good news is you can create luck by activating these factors. Activation by simple lifestyle changes. Now let us discuss philosophy and predictive astrology. We must have a practical philosophy in place. How do philosophies of the past help you live your life today? Even if you understand them very well, still you will have to live your life according to the prevailing conditions, except when you want to teach them or write books about. Otherwise, practical application of these philosophies is negligible. Yuji's philosophy is one such example. He had done away with the importance of thoughts. Instead, he emphasizes the physicality of life, the life of the body and sensory perceptions. If life is lived this way, there will be no boredom, no residues, or no longing for future life and happiness. You see how astrology merges with this outlook. You activate the dormant key points mentioned above to live a meaningful and fulfilled life. There are no more karma, future incarnations, as there will be no unfulfilled desires. Thank you.